So last night seemed heightened and lit, no pun intended, which unsettles me more because the media is saying that there have been 5,000 drones reported. And if last night alone, I, on my account, have hundreds of sightings messaged to me, you do the math, the cost, the volume. But the new information I thought was interesting was one person said to me, why are these drones spraying something into the ocean? Does anyone else know about that? And then I have actual photography of generators being transported on massive trucks, like bigger than have ever been seen on the highway in Jersey, and traffic was stopped. So generators were being transported.
Let me give you a Be Strong California fires update. So the fires started in the Palisades, which is a wealthy community, and many of you will say that, but we have to also think about the staff of all of these homes who will effectively be homeless. And not everyone is a billionaire who lives there. Separately, it's spread, so there'll be way more areas. This is bigger than the Paradise fires, and this seems like bigger than Lahaina, if that's how you pronounce it, Lahaina. And we have a warehouse in Chico, California, which is Northern California. It's about a third the size of what you've seen my warehouse in Miami. So it is filled with aid already. And we were the first responders on the Paradise, California fires, and we were still there 2 years later. So Be Strong stays long after the headlines fade. And our MO is right now is emergency. It's crisis. The crisis and the disaster is still happening. So once that settles and people are scurrying and don't have anything to their name and don't have homes, we will come into that community with cash cards and aid and probably set up shop at a church or school for people to come and get aid. And we will start distributing money into the community, possibly helping with the rebuild like we've done in other communities. So Be Strong, 100% of what you donate goes to the effort. The aid in the warehouse has all been donated. So we are teed up and prepared because we did this in Australia for the fires. We've done this in California. We have a lot of experience in dealing with this sort of disaster. So donate at Bethenny.com/Be Strong. My partners at Global Empowerment Mission are already mobilizing, and we are just waiting until the first second we can get in there.
What's the time of day that you wake up and you say, yay, I made it till that hour? For me, that's 7. 8 is like, wow, something's going on. 9 is take me to the hospital. Something is wrong. I'm not mad at Chanel, by the way. They're a business and they're flawed like every business. I'm just glad they haven't sent armed guards over here to muzzle me. And I just don't take myself too seriously. And I enjoy you guys so thoroughly. And if you can't laugh, you're going to cry.
People think I'm obsessed with this, but I'm okay with it. I am obsessed with it. And I think this is an obsession that doesn't hurt anyone. People think I'm obsessed.
I don't think you can handle the snack hack. This is dairy-free yogurt that I put in the freezer overnight because I was like, I want frozen yogurt. I put it in for 20 seconds in the microwave after rock hard frozen. Hold, please. I put some chocolate chips on top. Why is this not a thing? I mean, it is now. I don't think you can handle it. You see how I make my coffee? I use a glass. I'm not like you other girls who use plastic and go to the coffee place. I use instant coffee. It's very mindful, not using all those plastic bottles and damaging the environment. I froth my coffee. Very demure. I'm not like you other girls. I'm very careful. I'm very delicate when I make my coffee. I use Top Hat ice. It's very cutesy with lavender creamer. It's very mindful. It's very demure. Wait, you guys, we started something massive with these Dior bags because I'm seeing content creators with massive followings talk about them, and they have no idea why people are calling them Dior bags, where it started. And the reason I say we is because you immediately picked up what I put down. Like, you didn't skip a beat. And you also all in the comments are talking to me and each other in complete code with other language and the accessories. And then, we got the Prada started and the Oscar. And that's what's the most amazing thing about it, that other people know that there's a new language on TikTok, and it's because of me and we. So that's why I love you guys. There's nothing we couldn't do or discuss in the world, because one little nuance, one little switch, they're not stopping us. We were shut down. You all know it. You saw nothing was coming through, right? Nothing. And all of a sudden, just tweak that recipe just a little, just like one ingredient. You guys, we see each other. I love you. Merry Christmas. Remember I bought that beat up $8,000 Mercedes this summer that I was going to renovate in honor of my mother? Okay, this is it. There she is, Miss America. She's back. So I spent $3,800. I'm going to tell you who did the work. Really nice guy. Repainted it. Powder blue, navy stripe. Look how good. And she was rusted and busted.
Car has a couple of rust issues, but not bad. Pretty clean car considering. It's going to look great.
And we didn't go over the top. Like you could see, these are like, you know what I mean? These are original. Redid the interior. This is the first time I'm seeing it. So redid the interior. Like, she's not perfect. We are supposed to put in a new console. I don't know what happened there. So she's still a little busted and dusted, but she's clean. And she's mine, and all in, she was $12,000. What do you think? Remember I bought that beat up? I want to send a message to young women who are career-minded who want to meet someone. The kind of man that you are going to want and respect is going to want a woman who has their own identity, their own career. Not just a job that you have while you wait to find someone to take care of you, but a real career that you feel good about. Something that you're building towards, a job that you take pride in, makes you feel like you've got it going on, makes you feel like you're accomplished and you respect yourself. That's what someone else is going to respect. You are not going to want a man who is attracted to a woman that is just waiting to walk down that aisle, get that ring and wear that dress, because it's a long road and that kind of stuff catches up with you. And what happens is it all seems great when it's the beginning and everyone's playing house. But when you get into the trenches years later, that's when people wish they had their own identity, wish they built something. So when you're young and you don't have entanglements and you don't have multiple kids to feed and multiple mortgages, that's the time to really dig your heels, work your career. Youth is wasted on the young in many cases, and you do not need to know anything about what relationship you're going to be in for a while. So stay the course, pay your dues, work your ass off, and what you put into it, you will get back, and then you will find the person you're supposed to be with. I need you to try this for me. You know the sound, one more time you say something to me fucked up, and I'm gonna reach over this table, I'm gonna knock your fucking head off. Just every time your kid gives you like a little look or just like anything, do it in real life. You don't need the sound. Like, I just looked at my child because she gave me a little look, and I was like, one more time you say something to me fucked up, I'm gonna reach over this table, I'm gonna knock your fucking head off. I've said it 10 times this morning alone. It feels really good. I think you should try it. So I popped my drone cherry tonight. I left the house in pajamas. I was feeling such FOMO. Like, I'm talking about this stuff that I don't understand. I haven't seen it. I need to see it for myself. Here's what it's like. So first of all, you just will see the lights, and then you'll see something that's stopped. Like, it's unusual. It's not flying. It's just hovering. The word hovering is legit. And it's giving a little bit like Starship Enterprise, like how that thing that's that shape, right? That's just like sitting there, but it's gigantic. Emilio, who works with me, who's my driver, was like, it is huge. I'm like, right. He's like, that's not like a recreational thing. It's like bigger than a car. It's gigantic. And he said, they said on the news, 8-foot wingspan. It's big. And then we saw another one. You just see like the blinking lights, and they're very ominous because they just can like sort of, it's almost like the minute you go to
get closer, they just like leave. But I don't know what that they can know. I don't know anything. But that was insane, and it's very unsettling, and it's creepy. And people who have seen multiple, like 8 and 10 in a night, I believe it, and it's crazy. But like, I'm here to tell you, the drones are real. And outfit to go to dinner with my girlfriend Sarah to a place called Zizi's in New York City. It's a private club, I guess, by the people from Carbone and Teresi, so that's exciting. We're doing green tonight. Even I got a little green bangle. That's Daytona green face John Mayer. This is a Zimmerman outfit I've had for a couple of years, and let me guess, it always is Gianvito Rossi. They're very comfortable. I love them. Makeup by Moi, things I learned in Paris, the L'Oreal show. Hair I had done yesterday, so it's leftover.
And then when we get back to New York, we need to contact Leslie to see what she can do to minimize the press on all this.
Getting the ungettable guy. The player. The one who's non-committal. Now, you often and mostly don't want that guy, but truth be told, many of those guys are the ones that lock down hard when they do. They fall hard. I'm thinking of some that you would even know of in the world who were big bachelors, fell hard. So know that every dog has his day. Some of them are the rusty guy in the club 30 years later with the old man's overbite, you know, dancing to rapper's delight, and it's not a good look. So you have to be able to have a discerning palate to know the difference. If someone's a diamond in the rough, they have potential, okay? So this guy that I met, I didn't remember meeting him. I met him twice, didn't remember meeting him. Why I know this is because I was out at a restaurant and he said to me, I've met you twice. This is the third time, and you forgot my name again. I never registered him. I can't explain why. He was extremely good looking. He was a player, I found out later. I only notice the small things. I don't notice the big things. Like, he was very built and very handsome. I just didn't notice. I can't explain why. Doesn't matter. Then my friend invited me out, a woman I worked with, and it was with younger people. And I was like, I'm going with you because I have no plans. I'm going through divorce, and it's something to do. I have an outfit on, we're going. And I just was going to go, but there was no prospect, and I was depressed. So I go. I thought I was old then. That was 2,000 years ago, and I still went. And now I think I'm young. So deluge. So I go with her, and I know that the people are younger, so none of this applies to me. Well, this guy's there, and she says this guy is going to be there. And I said, oh my God, that guy? She said, yeah, you keep forgetting his name. I go, tell me his name so I don't forget it. So we meet this guy, and he's focused on me the whole night. Why? Because I forgot his name 3 times. He's the player. So anyway, we hook up. We start dating. And I mean dating. It's texting. You're not sure. You don't know if you're definitely going out. You're going to hear from him at 4 o'clock on the night you're going out. Like, all that twisting and turning, and like the guy's got the ball and is in control. And you don't know how to get the goddamn ball back. You just don't know. You know he likes you. When you get together, it's amazing, but you just don't have the ball. The rope is like loose, and you're just trying, okay? So one day I'm just like, I don't like the way I feel. If it doesn't make you feel good, it's not good for you, and you got to change it. So I didn't like the way I felt. So we're going out that night, but it doesn't call till like in the afternoon. I like a morning, like I'm seeing you tonight, excited. I don't need a 4:30. So he says to me, hi, whatever. And I don't know why it just hit me. I was like, yeah, you know, and you got to find a way to not be a desperado when you do this. I'm like, this isn't moving in the right direction, and I don't know about this. And he said, I don't want a serious girlfriend. Never had a serious girlfriend. Player, different girl every week. I go, right. I don't need to be getting married or getting engaged, but I need to be evolving. As a friend, as a business person, whatever I'm doing in my life has to be moving forward. And you and I keep going back to zero every time. You hook up with the person, you go back to zero. Like, that's not me. So we need to be evolving, or I'm out. He goes, well, I don't want a serious relationship. I go, no problem, call the fight. Well, but it's okay. I'm non-committal. I don't want to do whatever. I don't like to get serious. No problem. Call the fight. Finally, he says, all right, let's do it. The switch flips. We fall madly in love, and we're together in a multi-year relationship. okay? The ungettable guy is gettable, but it's how do you approach it, because it was about self-worth and confidence, and I'm not accepting less than what I deserve, and I'm not allowing myself to feel that feeling, that twisting in the wind, 4:30 feeling. No, and you got to take a chance, because he could have bailed and said, oh, well, too bad, and then you're not supposed to be with him anyway. So when that happens, grab your big girl panties and just say it in a way that doesn't make you desperado, but makes you confidento, and cheers. You're welcome. This is how I travel with my makeup and toiletries. I use one of these bigger bags, but things tend to get lost in the bottom. So I use these individual plastic inserts and have different categories. So this is for oral care. This is for skincare. This is for actual makeup. This is for a sewing kit, jewelry cleaner, razor, tweezers. Always have it packed, so when you're ready to go away, just replenish if you need to, zip, and go. This is how I...
Let's talk about Michael Rubin's white party. Now, I don't know if he technically took it over from Diddy, because it doesn't seem like it's been going on for that long, but I think it's probably only been a few years. And I've never been. I am not invited. I lived near it, and so I used to walk by his house every day, know where it is. And I've met him, I think twice. I think once I met him at some sort of like Patriots something, because of Robert Kraft is one of his good friends, and I was there, and I met him at a bagel store at Goldberg's Bagels. He was with his daughter and her friends, and he was moderately nice. And then I messaged him because there was a TV show I was going to do that needed business entrepreneurs. It was like another sort of like Shark Tank knockoff. And I messaged him, and he was very responsive, which brings me to tell you that the most responsive people that I know are the most successful people that I know. So like, for example, Michael Rubin responded immediately. His response level is without ego. Mark Cuban's an immediate responser. Steve Cohen is an immediate responser. So David Tepper is an immediate responser. So people who responsor, no wonder I'm not a billionaire having a white party. Responder. Is she okay? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. So Dave Portnoy, when he, I guess, heard he wasn't invited to Michael Rubin's party, called him a tryhard because he sent everyone art pieces, George Condo art pieces as an invitation. I mean, I'd be very excited to get a George Condo art piece as an invitation, or a death threat for that matter, okay? But if he's trying hard, it seems like he's succeeding. He's a billionaire and he's very successful. So I don't know what he's trying hard at, but it seems to be working. That party doesn't reflect the Hamptons, really. It's more of like a summer, like, fronting and stunting Met Gala. Not that that's bad. I'm just saying, like, there are so many billionaires in the Hamptons. By the way, the Hamptons isn't only billionaires, and it isn't only like douchey with like people talking about expensive round swamp and things like that. I'm changing glasses. I don't know why I did this. The Hamptons is a lot of local people, a lot of like fishermen and watermen and like, you know, people are into boating and like local yokel. There's a lot of that too. So it's just the assholes that get all the attention. And I'm not saying that everybody at the white party is an asshole, and I'm not saying everybody's not. I'm just saying that the Hamptons is many things. And there are many Hamptons billionaires that like don't have parties like that, where it's like everyone's being imported in. You get... The best part about the Hamptons is when it's the highs and lows. Like, I'm going to keep going back to Jason Weinberg's party, because you had billionaires there, and you had locals there, and you had gay waiters there. So that was a cool representation and reflection of what the Hamptons really, really is. There are certain places that get the worst rap, like whether it's Aspen or where else is like that? I had to change straws. Okay, yeah, no, the Hamptons is highs and lows. You know, like there are a lot of locals, and I love that about it. But that party is like, you know, a party, a social media party, and people are like imported and coming in. There are many billionaire parties out here that are more casual. That's kind of what the Hamptons is. Like I was saying, if you go to Steve Cohen's house or Nicole and David Tepper's house, they have double the money of Michael Rubin, and it's like chill. It's like they're in casual clothes. No one's fronting and stunting. There's highs and lows, all kinds of people. That's what I think the Hamptons is, and that's kind of what I did like about Jason Weinberg's party, because you would see John Hamm and Steve Madden and billionaires, and then you did see like waiters or people who are locals and live out in, Amagansett or Montauk year round. So that's what the essence of the Hamptons really is. It's the highs and the lows. It's not. And Jon Stewart did this whole thing like bashing the Hamptons, and it was unnecessary because you could tell he doesn't really know the Hamptons. He's come here and like come to some asshole event and like then thought it's asshole like. And I'm telling you, like, it's really not asshole like. And there are assholes, but there also are so many different things. Like every town is different.
The Walmart Birkin is fascinating. You better work in. And this is legitimately about bags. It's not code. Okay, so a person who can't afford a Birkin, yes, could have gone to Chinatown or bought a bag on the gate, but then they would seem fraudulent. Like people would call them out like, wait, that's not real. You can't have that. And they feel like they're doing something wrong. Walmart has given them entry. Like, here you go. Here it is. It's a similar shape. This one is more functional for your crossbody moms because it's got a strap. And you are allowed to do this, and you're not fronting and you're not stunting. The intellectual property issue is another story, which we'll get into, but this is basically the mob storming the castle saying, we're here too, bitch. Deal with it. You guys flaunted it. You guys made it seem like we never get to be part of this, and now we get to be part of this fair and square. You're welcome. Bryn just walked in and said to me, what's a Nepo baby? I'm like, go get yourself a friggin' mirror. Review Trader Joe's skincare, I'm going to have to get a restraining order. So rather than that, let's just do it here. Trader Joe's, yes and no's. Okay, the face wash with tea tree oil, it just smells wrong. It just smells like you put tea tree oil in some rando face wash. And by the way, you can use tea tree oil in your own face wash. So I don't like that. Trader Joe's Rose Water Facial Toner. That's a scam. There's nothing that smells like rose about it. Maybe like the bottom of some roses you got, the water that it's at the bottom from like last Valentine's Day. Immediately and absolutely no. And it pisses me off because we buy it. It's the pink bottle. I get it. We're like, oh, it's going to be, I'm going to smell like roses. No. All right. Trader Joe's Marula Facial Oil. I don't know what the fuck that means, but I could tell good products and not good products. So let's just see. Nice. Nice. I like it. Okay, I like it, Picasso. Trader Joe's Lemongrass Coconut Body Oil. Very well versed on the body oil space. Getting the top off, you have to get an internship at MIT. So it's enrobed in plastic. Stop. Love the smell. Ooh, it's got a very like, what the hell is that smell? Like lemongrass or what is in there? Lemongrass. Ooh. How did I get so good? That was like a lucky weirdo guess. Okay, that was good. Trader Joe's Supreme Hydrating Eye Cream. I know this space too. Very nice eye cream. No problem. I like it, Picasso. Trader Joe's Nourish Microdermabrasion Scrub. I know a lot about this too. These are good if you use these on dry skin. Not if you have sensitive skin, but if you want to really exfoliate on dry skin. Good grains. Good fine granules. Yes. Yes. Okay, Trader Joe's. Shitty start, but we're coming in for the win. Okay. Trader Joe's Ultra Hydrating Gel Moisturizer with aloe and green tea extract. Refreshing. Cooling. This is like a good daytime under sunscreen, not trapping the pores product. Yes, I like it. Okay. So the Dior bags are real. They are our Dior bags, and I have cross-referenced this now with people that have worked in organizations that we have heard of who know about other organizations we have never even heard of and operations to make these Dior bags. And The one thing that the multiple people keep saying is that truth is stranger than fiction, and fiction has become reality, and that there are many things going on at once, at the same time, that it is not a drill, that some of these Dior bags very much appear to be bags that search out things that aren't great, and that there is definitely a scramble. And I have spoken to people and gotten some messages through from all over, and there are Dior bags everywhere. So something crazy. What's crazier is that I can't even talk about the Dior bags. That's what's crazy. That's crazier. All the things that I've been saying are leading up to the craziness of the fact that many of you may not see this. Let's see. It has also become clear from these people to me that people do not want me discussing the Dior bags. And yes, to be careful. And people in certain parts of the country don't understand the size of the Dior bags, how they become other things like the Dior bags. And yes, crazy. That's crazier. All the things that I've been saying are leading up to the craziness of the fact that many of you may not see this. Let's see. It has also become clear from these people to me that people do not want me discussing the Dior bags. And yes, to be careful. And people in certain parts of the country don't understand the size of the Dior bags, how they become other things, like people think we're nuts. And also people are saying it's eerily like the time we just went through where we had to wear masks, where people here were talking about it in depth and other people were laughing, rolling their eyes. I'm in the Twilight Zone. I hope you know that you are too. You want to glow up? The commotion for the glotion is real. Like, you're obsessed.
Obsessed, I love it.
Because it also doesn't like stain things. Like, it's not like, it doesn't go in your grave with you. We've had bronzer drama.
But it also hydrates, which is super important.
Yes. Hydration.
For the nation.
For the nation. Commotion for the glotion. And I'm in the midst of a very serious glow up. So Blake Lively is suing Justin Baldoni for occurrences that allegedly happened on their movie together, which no one knows what really happened. But what's interesting is I don't know that Justin Baldoni is a very wealthy man. And what is she suing for? She has infinitely more money than him. She hasn't tried to have him arrested for anything criminal. And the legal fees will probably bury him alone. So what is there to get is what I'm asking. Like, what is she asking for? This is complicated because isn't the studio, like the set, etc., the workplace, and this happened in the workplace. So she's only suing him, not the studio. I think it's interesting. My girl dinner. I hate ordering in. I don't feel like cooking. And I just want to eat something that's filling and that I can eat in my bed. So I have a potato. Drying it off thoroughly. Rubbing it in olive oil, salt, and pepper. Poking holes in it. Meanwhile, just cottage cheese with everything bagel seasoning. Insane. Hi. Okay, this is my friend. Now, this is not an Idaho potato. I don't know what kind of potato it is. Of course, you do. I don't know where this potato came from, but it's yellow and I kind of like it almost better because they're super soft. They're usually like boiling potatoes. This is a big one. They just mush so creamy, more than an Idaho baked potato. I keep forgetting the name. God, am I excited. I love potato. This is my favorite food in the world. Like this and white rice. I'm very simple with the things that I really love. We get so crazy. Girl dinner. Okay, let's do drugstore things that aren't worth it. Number one, Elf has this balm. It doesn't really do anything. There are so many better ones now that I've tried 500 of them. Revolution has a palette called Reloaded. It's blah. It's just a blah product that is not exciting. Also, Makeup Revolution has a spongy guy that I got excited because it's like we all get attracted to the pink packaging. It's iridescent and it doesn't look as high-end as the other ones. And then the Maybelline Cheeky Stain, it's cute and it's fine to have in your purse. It's just, it's not getting you there. It's not getting you there. I mean, this was $10 and this is partially my fault. It's called Fana, F-A-N-A, and it like blows highlighter on your face. It's cute packaging. I got sucked in immediately now. I bought this e.l.f. palette online. It's got all these colors, but this isn't what they look like online. So now, you know, they're not wearable colors. And also, sorry, I don't like the e.l.f. little pot. It doesn't get you there. It's the flower one is better. Want to see Kim Kardashian's living room? I'm here right now. Looks good. She did a good job with her decorations, don't you think? God, I'm so glad she invited me. This looks really good, Kim. Honestly, it's some of your best work. Happy holidays.
Do you remember me? No, I'm sorry. I was in here yesterday. You wouldn't wait on me? Oh. You work on commission, right? Yes. Big mistake. Big. Huge. I have to go shopping now.
So I get a lot of questions about how I get my under eyes so smooth under.
Want to see expensive beauty without its makeup on? Okay, this is the Patrick Ta Glow Bomb, which was full. And it's gorgeous packaging, and I traveled with it, and it deflated on the airplane. Like it was filled with air or melted like ice cream, went to one side. It's just too much packaging for that product, and I would transfer it to something else or I'm gonna have to leave it. It's expensive shit. I don't know if that's worth it. Okay, this is Augustine Bader, the Rich Cream. And I ran out of this really quickly. I took the small one because I thought, okay, this is small to travel with. And I went through it very quickly. And I like this product also. That's why. That's all there is. I mean, how many uses would you get out of that? So this was expensive and it's now over. So look at the weights and be educated, because products like this is Aveeno, it is what it is. This is face cream, but it's all right here. There are bigger, gorgeous packaging products that something like this would sit inside of, and you are psychologically buying it because of the big, gorgeous packaging, but what you don't realize is that it's all show and no go. Prada, expensive shit that's worth it. Never gonna get rid of the Chanel bronzer. First real product I ever had in my life, and it's gonna be buried in the box of me. So come to its funeral with mine. Hourglass, these are expensive. We've discussed that. They're I'm not finished, so we have discussed that. But you know what? They're stunning, and they last, and they can be so many things. They can be a highlighter, they can be a bronzer, they can be a blush, they could be an eyeshadow. So I'm here for these. These are beautiful. NARS, what is this? Shimmer Solstice, Summer Solstice. That's someone should, next year NARS, name it Shimmer Solstice. Everything should be a shimmer. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. It's gorgeous, good colors. They even have a non-shimmer section, which I do appreciate and enjoy. And it's expensive shit that's worth it. 5 products, not worth the money. Dior lip oil, not worth it. Tom Ford glitter Baume Soleil, not worth it. Olivia Chantecaille $92 powder Highlighter, $8 goes to charity. You can donate your own money to charity. Not worth it. Huda powder. Huda cherry blossom powder. Not worth it. Charlotte Tilbury, these sponge products, this under eye concealer and other sponge products, not worth it.
It's time for some upgrades.
So I'm in Chicago and the man at the Chanel store opens the door like this much. Like Ratatouille couldn't fit in there. And he's like, hello? Do you have an appointment? Like, he's like Lurch in the Addams Family. Like, you rang? And I'm already on the offensive, and I'm like, no, I don't have an appointment. I have a credit card, I have a bag of Garrett's popcorn, a basic bitch purse. Am I not allowed to come in at 3:54 on a Tuesday? Evidently not. I don't have an appointment. And to be like treated like you're an interloper. Like, I'm just walking down the street, just opening up a door to just walk into a store. I thought that's what happened. Like, I didn't realize that we're not allowed to walk into stores anymore. I don't have an appointment. I'm going into Chanel now, dressed much differently than I was dressed yesterday. If they let me in because of how I look, Christmas is canceled. Let's do this. Think that being in your 20s means being perfect, beautiful, flying all over the world, being draped in luxury goods. Everything works out. Everything looks perfect. You're snatched. You're glowy. Your life is perfect. And men are just falling off trees if you're looking for men or women. And that's not the 20s I experienced. My 20s was being bloated, breaking out, frizzy hair, drinking, regretting drinking, being depressed, binge eating, starving, not knowing what I wanted to do with my life, bouncing checks, having insufficient funds, and starting the cycle all over again. Life is not... This is the most effed up thing yet. Okay, follow Jack Savoy, Savoie. I'll tag him. He did a video after I posted me buying a flamingo cart and TJ Maxx, my 70th video about TJ Maxx, promoting them to the tunes of millions of dollars in followers. And I bought these shoes, and I walked out with them, pushing a flamingo cart. And this guy, Jack Savoy, said, Bethenny, those shoes are fake. He said they should have a suede sole. He said there were like a number of dots that were wrong, that the logo is wrong, and that TJ doesn't think sells Manolos. Side note, I've seen Manolos in TJ before, a kitten heel that was orange and open toe. Moving right along. I've bought tons of shit from them. Look right behind me. Look at the tag from TJ Maxx. I bought tons of shit. And the prices aren't great. I've said that before. They'll be an $1,800 bag retail and they'll have it for $1,500. Sometimes I like the item. I'm in there. The psychology is to feel like it's a treasure hunt. So you're finding something. And I love the store, obviously. I'm there all the time and I live for it. Okay? Never did I think that there could be a fake product in there. It would never occur to me. Like it's a public company. I own the stock. So I emailed TJ Maxx and they have the video because I showed them Jack's video and was messaging with him. They messaged me saying we did not purchase this particular shoe. And so it's something that rarely happens with a counterfeit return, as fucking this savant Jack Savoy mentioned. Okay, this guy's amazing. And they wanted me to give them my receipt, which I don't have because I walked out with the goddamn shoes because I don't return things to TJ Maxx for the most part, and give me $869. By the way, the shoes are $1,000 at Bergdorf's, and it was weird that a 40 did fit me because I am a 39, okay? So I effectively, without cursing, said to them, F that. No. I don't have the receipt. And next, you're going to send me a larger check because I've bought so many items that I don't have the receipt for. And now the onus is on me to think they're all counterfeit. So I ordered the new shoes on Bergdorf. They haven't come yet. I don't know why. There's a conspiracy with this goddamn shoe because I was going to give them to Jack. And I said to TJ, you're also going to send me a gift card for this guy, Jack. Okay? But absolutely not. Are you sending me $869, sweetie pies? I've done millions of dollars of free advertising for you, not asking for a goddamn thing. So I'm going to wear these fake counterfeit shoes with pride because I own them now. But do not buy luxury goods at TJ Maxx, okay? I know other retail. Look at my eyes! This is the best thing L'Oreal's done in a minute. They're just like, guess what, bitches? We're going to do it better, whatever it is. So I know that this is about to be like one of those eye crayons that like Laura Mercier does. So what are they calling this shit? Le Shadow Stick. That comes in so many colors. I picked out the colors that I like. Yes. This is better than the Laura Mercier one. It's thicker. It's not as pointy. So it's like getting the surface area and it's creamier. It's gliding on. This is relentless. So here now I'm going to do like, do the inner corner is like, you do the like shimmery. We get to be these inner corner shimmer people. And the first third should be shimmer. I learned that years ago. These are insane. These are insane. These are insane. And I got to guess what? We're going to put this in the crease. That was a little over aggressive and I just fucked my whole eye up. You're welcome. It's gonna work out. Trust the process. I'm not that mad that happened because it gave dimension, which is what the crease does. But I do need to go back in with the other one because I was too aggressive. It happens. I'm too crazy today. This is how idiot proof it is that it's still good. It's like pizza. Even when it's bad, it's good. I did it. Look at my eyes.
Kids don't have awkward phases anymore. At Bryn's age, I looked like a disaster. And I had a necklace on that said Foxy. I can promise you I was anything but. She looks like she's in an Abercrombie ad. Ready? This is her on just a casual, not looking great day for her. Hi. Right, that's what she has going on. Just like a perfect little bun. You could put me in a jail cell for 10 years. I wouldn't know how to do whatever she just did, how to achieve that.
All right, we have to try the Swedish caviar. They say put it like over a boiled egg, which I'm not doing. I'm just against that. But they say just put it like on a nice cracker. I've got some other things around me in case I need backup, but I just want to see if this is just good on its own. So it's like a salty caviar spread. Some people asked if it was like tara masalata, the Greek spread, and yes. This is the salted caramel cheese. That's Swedish too. That I love. Things need balance. Like I was good at that in culinary school. I always knew what something needed. That was like my skill set. This might be a competition. I have some provolone. Now I got some Parmesan. It's like this fish roe is great, but it needs somebody to compete with it. I like it with Parmesan. It's like a worthy partner. Let's go back to the salty caramel cheese. It's legit. So I mush the cheese, whatever cheese it is. I don't like when it's like a piece of cheese. It's like a square on like a little cracker. I want to try the salted caramel cheese with a little honey mustard. Last time I tried it with peach preserves and it was excellent. So I feel that it needs something sweet. Even though it's salted caramel, it's not overtly sweet. Let me just try one bite before I commit. The peach preserves is great too. I love this cheese, man. Wow. I'm smearing some of these peach preserves on it because that's what really killed it last time. It was amazing. Why? I don't know. It
just worked. Peach preserves and the salted caramel cheese. Slamming. Mustard's working too.
Maddie, you have to try this crab.
You've been asking for a Hamptons house tour. Let's start with the garage. Okay, so this is my garage. I have flooring in here, and I put art on the walls because I think of it as a space in the home, a functional space. I have this storage that you can hang different things off the ceiling, like either bicycles or, I don't know, paddle boards, I don't know. These cabinets have light bulbs and tape and shipping supplies and are very organized. This is all the extra hooks, the extra knobs. I like to be organized down to even the garage. Helmets, sporting goods, skates, ice skates, backup freezer, Bryn art, rolling rack if I need Halloween or coat storage or something, mingle mocktails, backup wine, Forever Young, Bryn's extra art supplies. Those are my old books, Cookie Meets Peanut. Aw, Bryn's art. Makes me happy. Even has a nice doorknob. You've been asking for a Hampton. So the head of the department store doesn't want us to know about these Dior bags. So much so that in the last couple of days, I was second guessing myself saying, wait a second, are these Dior bags still as popular as I thought they were, or is it all in my head? And I started to think that the Dior bags weren't as popular and that they weren't making as many of them. And now that I am talking to you about Dior bags and accessories, I'm seeing that these bags are very popular all over the country and even the world. I had my first parenting big girl moment last night because my daughter has a friend staying with us, lovely girl, and they met some boys to walk around town, and then she said, can they come back to the house and swim? And I thought, no. And I just had no good reason. I just was in my head like safety and paranoia and just like, I don't know, horror stories that people tell me. So I said no, and then she said, well, why? And I didn't really have a good reason why, and she's really good. And so I said, okay. So someone was there, because I was at a dinner party. So I sent someone over there to like be sort of a, just chaperone, not on top of them. I got home probably like 30 minutes later, and I handed them food. I left everybody alone, and I tried to come up with like a reasonable time that everyone would have to leave, so I didn't seem like a total dork, but also wasn't like the overly cool mom where everyone's going crazy, because you kind of want to be that mom whose house people are at, because then you see what's going on, so you don't want to be too much of an ogre, because the alternative was going to be them walking around with these kids in a town, and I don't love that either. So I chose, okay, I'd rather have it be on my watch, but like stay away, give everyone their personal freedom. And she cleaned up. She was quiet, it was respectful, and I was like proud of myself. I got through my first pull up your big girl panty mom moment, and I survived. And I'm nervous because we're entering the witching hour now. Every young woman's goal is to meet someone. They're all like, I want to meet someone, I'm going to meet a guy. I hear it all the time. And every 50 plus woman that I know is like, oh my God, if I ever got divorced, I'd never get married again. Or like, oh my God, I got married too early. I was in such a rush. That's the same story every time. And somehow these two ages aren't speaking to each other. I don't know if mothers are really able to convey that properly to their daughters, but they have to be, because Harrison Bucker's speech was basically telling women that their only purpose is to like walk into life, try to find someone to support you and to cook and clean. And being a homemaker is a wonderful, wonderful, difficult job. But it's not a terrible idea to have your own skill set and your own power and your own career so you can make your own decisions. So you don't feel like you have to grab onto someone to support you. And a lot of young girls are pre-wed. They just want to meet someone to take care of them. But then 20, 30 years later, they're like, wait a second, what the hell was I rushing for? I could have been having fun for so much longer. Because once you get into your late 30s, 40s, 50s, you're in the responsibility train. Like everything's about something you have to do, something that is an obligation, somewhere you have to go. You're exhausted. It's not that cute. You're wearing sex wrecker bras, and you sit there and think, what the hell are all these young girls rushing for? They just have to understand there's no rush. Be quite unpopular, and I apologize in advance, but these are some things that people are obsessed with, and I'm supposed to be obsessed with, and I'm just not, and I'm sorry. The Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Why does everyone think it's the second coming? It feels a little pasty, like it doesn't glide on. I'm using it because I have it, but like, what is, did they put like addictive substances in it that everyone's been hypnotized, or did everyone get paid? Why? This Tarte Maracuja lip balm? Okay. All right. It's okay. It's nice. It's creamy. Like, we're gonna live. It actually, it's mushy. It feels a little mushy, like sort of like, it's like frosting, like refrigerator frosting. It's creamy. It's nice. I'm not dropping dead. This Hourglass double-ended brush? What? Why? Like, this is too pointy and tight. Which brush is this? Is this for like foundation? It doesn't feel like big enough for the foundation. Is it for blush? It feels too like pointy for blush. Is it for just bronzer? And then I'm having this whole, I don't know. What am I missing? This is going to be quite expensive shit that's not worth it. This is an It brush I'm holding on for dear life, but its hair is coming out. I got to get it Nioxin and Minoxidil because it was expensive and it's fluffy and I love it, but it's dying and I didn't do anything to it. So that's gone. I'm brokenhearted about this because I think his packaging is so amazing and I just want to love everything. He should get an award for packaging, so I want to say positive things. And also mixing creams with powders in the blush and the eyeshadow is great. They're just shocking when they go on your face and you can't just make it work. So I apologize because I'm sure he's a lovely person. I've seen him on TikTok. I just want to be honest. These are holy shit products. This is called Oh Glassy. When I saw this, my life changed. Life changed. I adore it. It's stunning. That shocked me. This is a holy shit product. This is Physicians Formula 24 Karat Gold Collagen Setting Spray. You want to glow? You want to glow and glisten? This is the move. This is Maybelline Color Strike. It's a little eyeshadow stick. I got it in this burgundy color. It's got like a very tight sponge tip, okay? It's great as an eyeliner. It could be shadowy. It's so satisfying and so accurate. Like, it just gets such a good line. This is a holy shit product. So evidently the Jeffrey Epstein lists are coming out, the manifests from the planes, and it's tragic because people have killed themselves, people have died, and I was talking to someone that I know that was saying that there has been speculation of people on these manifests that, you know, could take their own lives. And it's just basically the game of fuck around and find out. Like, people always have to push the envelope. I remember years ago with the Heidi Fleiss, her book, her list of men that she had, you know, this madam in Beverly Hills, and people were writing checks from Hollywood studios to pay her, and everyone thought they were just going to get away with it forever. Like, you know, as Paul's father says, trees grow high, they don't grow to the sky. Like, you can't just fuck around and think you're not going to get caught. So the Jeffrey Epstein list and all the names on it is just the ultimate example of fuck around and find out. And I once knew this man who, in talking about infidelity, said, I would never cheat on my wife because the fucking I would get would not be worth the fucking I would get. Fucker. All right, well, I know I'm a supermodel, or at least I thought I was, except, you ready? This fucking bitch has to come here and show me up. There's Brooke Burke.
It's all about.
You're welcome.
Really.
I only want to be friends with fabulous, gorgeous women. That's Brooke Burke's husband. They only have 16 children between them.
Exactly, and they've all
and multiple dogs. Yeah. Look at this shithole. Let's go to Rayo's, the hardest reservation in the world because you can't get a reservation. People own tables, but I'm taking you with me. Let's go. This is my friend Louie. You guys have met him before. This Stephanie and Gianni, his daughter. 29 years he's been here, Tommy.
Welcome.
What's going on?
It's the kitchen.
What's cooking? All right, this is what it is. Just a few tables and that's it. And it's always Christmas in here. So what happens is we go through a board meeting and we decide what to order. Here, this is the meeting notes. All right, you put your glasses on. It's getting serious now. Yeah, it's getting very fucking serious. If we order enough food, do we get a free jar of Rayo sauce?
Yes.
Mozzarella and carrozza. Okay, those are sick. Those are good. That's beyond. That's the stuffed shells. The history here is simple. It's not bougie. It's simple. So the best things are the simple things. The seafood salad is the best in the world. The roasted red peppers are the best in the world. We're about to have the meatballs. They've always been the best in the world. The pastas are great and everything else is great, but like the bougie stuff is not the thing here. It's the simplest thing. Mozzarella and carrozza, like the best thing. So we'll keep going. What, baby? Oh my God. And that's the best thing. That's a classic right there. And that's a classic. What is
like these? Let me introduce you to the best piece.
What did you say? The best piece in America? Okay. The number one thing here is the meatballs. There does not exist a better meatball. And other restaurants that are big name Italian restaurants have not held up. Meatballs. Word. I need to understand the Kim Kardashian Santa baby video. You can explain it to me, but you can't understand it for me. I have no problem with her. She looks beautiful. I was watching it. In my mind, when I hear Santa Baby, I thought maybe it was Marilyn Monroe singing it. And so maybe because Kim wore the Marilyn Monroe dress and loves her, that maybe she was doing a cover, but she's not singing. From what I saw, she wasn't even lip syncing. I got through part of it and then I stopped because I felt uncomfortable and I didn't understand it, which she's extremely disruptive and that's how you get views, Paper Magazine, etc. But I didn't finish. Travis Barker directed it. That is her sister's husband, right? He's a musician. Is he a director? I want you to try to help me to understand. What is it? Is there some subliminal message? Did I see outtakes? I know this is a dumb question. Is this for profit? Is this some sort of a message about something that I don't understand? You have to help me understand this. Harry and Meghan documentary. I found it a little bit boring. It didn't hold my attention. It seemed like they really wanted to be humanized, for us to know that they're real human beings. We believe that you're really in love and we believe that you're human beings. They wanted to really push the Diana aspect, the comparison, and I feel like it achieves the opposite result because Diana was there 5, 6, 7 times longer than Meghan and entered the monarchy when she was 19. It's just not the same comparison. Also, in producing their own documentary, they left out big chunks. Meghan walked into the monarchy a divorcee, older, and a woman of color. Wallis Simpson, who was with the Duke of Windsor, who abdicated the throne, was a Jewish woman who was divorced. And both of those elements contributed to it being controversial. I think that one of their main issues that they want to address is racism. So why not do a documentary on racism? It felt like this entire documentary was about how famous we are. We're so famous. It's relentless. When you're in a car and you say you're going garage to garage, feels like you really just want us to know how famous you were, which we do already know. If you're being trolled by the media, the royal family gave you the advice to say nothing because that's the advice that most very famous people are given. If you add gasoline to a fire, the fire blows up even bigger. It feels like they, and Meghan in particular, just keep wanting to tell us more. Harry's mother died being chased by paparazzi, so you knew that you were going to be very famous and possibly hunted. That's part of the deal. That's like someone marrying a race car driver, knowing that they might end up a widow. It's enter as advertised. And Harry even said, all the girls that I dated didn't want this. Well, Meghan wanted this. She wanted to be friends with Amal and George and Victoria Beckham and David and Priyanka and Nick and Oprah and Tyler Perry and all these people that were invited to Paracella. If I'm going to be honest, Melissa, we need more sprinkles. Don't we need more sprinkles?
We do.
We need more sprinkles. Okay, you spend on the box, saved on the sprinkles. We need more sprinks. Are you ready? Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, that's Vicky. We need a minute to talk. Texture, I like a lot. It's got a crisp and a chew and no sog, and it's traveled. The dogs are, hold on. All right, pick up a dog. They want, okay. The sprinkles have a crunch. I know that sounds crazy. Some sprinkles have a wax, the sprinkles have a crunch. The taste, there's a little like almond in the back. You're getting a little almond in the back?
Yes.
I'm getting like a little bit of like rainbow cookie in the back, and I like it because I think she said my own version of her favorite. Okay, so she did her own twist. I think it's solid. What do you think?
It's really good.
Really good. Okay, pause up, Melissa and Joe. Joe, who told Bryn, you better start working now. Start making money. You're welcome. This bitch